shining through the gray, from the shadows to the screen. They decode what the silence means. Click subscribe, let the veil be torn. This is the news we've been waiting for. Turning away, global watchmen leading the way. Every story, every thread, for the living and the misled. Raise your voice, let the signal soar. This is the news we've been waiting for.
I don't have to tell you things are bad. Everybody knows things are bad. It's a depression. Everybody's out of work or scared of losing their job. The dollar buys a nickel's worth. Banks are going bust. Shopkeepers keep a gun under the counter. Punks are running wild in the street, and there's nobody anywhere who seems to know what to do, and there's no end to it. We know the air is unfit to breathe, and our food is unfit to eat. We sit watching our TVs while some local newscaster tells us that today we had 15 homicides and 63 violent crimes, as if that's the way it's supposed to be. We know things are bad, worse than bad. They're crazy. It's like everything everywhere is going crazy, so we don't go out anymore. We sit in the house, and slowly the world we're living in is getting smaller, and all we say is, please, at least leave us alone in our living rooms. Let me have my toaster and my TV and my steel-belted radios, and I won't say anything. Just leave us alone. Well, I'm not going to leave you alone. I want you to get mad. I don't want you to protest. I don't want you to riot. I don't want you to write to your congressman because I wouldn't know what to tell you to write. I don't know what to do about the depression and the inflation and the Russians and the crime in the street. All I know is that first, you've got to get mad. You've got to say, I'm a human being. My life has value.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Global Watchman News. My name is Lori Swan. Hope you guys are all doing well. If you are in the live chat, we do ask to keep it family friendly. There will be moderators in there to make sure that we stay within the terms of service put forth to us by the platform we're utilizing today. If you are new to the channel, we want to welcome you. Take a minute to hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, so you know when we go live. All right, I gotta say, I'm kind of digging the new longer intro. Kind of gives me time to get this going. So I've changed the name of the show about 3 times now, trying to get ready to go live. But we do have confirmed, hold on just a second. It has been confirmed through routers that the Ayatollah Ali Khamenei is dead. And repeat that. Ayatollah Khomeini, Ali Khamenei, is dead. Let me pull this up through routers. His body has been recovered. Again, this is through routers just about 5-10 minutes ago. I've been watching it all morning long. There was unconfirmed reports that he had been taken out earlier today. Netanyahu kind of hinted around that it was true. And then I was getting ready to go live to talk about just everything in general. And a person that Dave follows over on Facebook, her name's Goldie Gamari. She had confirmed, it says he is dead. Khamenei is dead. Ali Khamenei, the dictator of Iran, was killed in joint Israel and American attacks on Saturday, February 29th. Actually, it's the 28th. Saeed Ali Hosseini Khamenei was born in April of 1939. After the assassination of Mohammed Raja Khamenei, he ascended to the presidency in 1981 and remained in the position for 2 terms. So after 47 years, his reign has come to an end. It says right here, live, Khamenei's body has been found. He is confirmed dead, Israeli officials say. This is through routers. Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, 86, has ruled Iran since 1989. His supreme leader, he holds ultimate authority over all branches of government and military in the judiciary of the Shiite Islamic Republic. Over almost 4 decades, Khamenei built a regional power to rival the Sunni Muslim states across the Gulf while promoting nuclear technology that unnerved the surrounding region. Iran has been impeccably hostile to the United States and Israel while crushing repeated unrest at home. But Saturday's strikes on Iran come amid a cascade of crises. Khamenei was forced into hiding last June by strikes that killed several close associates and Revolutionary Guard commanders. The June 2025 strikes by Israel and the U.S. smashed prized nuclear and missile facilities. Huge protests in January by an embittered population tolling under sanctions were crushed at a cost of thousands of lives. And ever since the Tehran-backed Hamas attacked Israel on October 7th, 2023, I'm going to not even get into that because I do not believe that's what happened. Khamenei's regional influence has been weakening. I do not believe that's what happened. If you've been following me over on social media, you know that that was bull crap. There was a stand down order. There was a stand down order put forth by the Israeli government. There's no way in hell that many people could have been slaughtered without the IDF knowing about it and about them doing something about it. So I'm not even going to go there. But this has come at new overnight. Yesterday, President Trump issued an emergency evacuation order for all Americans and their families out of Jerusalem, out of Israel last night. He was pushing, and also in Jordan, both those countries, and he wanted people to get out while the commercial airlines were still running and still available to them. Okay, so so this is breaking news. He has been eliminated. His body has been recovered according to routers. Okay, so as of right now, through routers, I don't really, I I wouldn't be saying, I would be saying allegedly, I would be saying supposedly, but with woman that right now is in Iran, and the addition of the Reuters article, I'm going to say with confidence that he has been eliminated. All right, so let me just tell you what happened overnight, which was the original reason why I was coming on. So what happened overnight, it kind of puts a little bit in perspective as to what was going on. It says Iran fired missiles at 5. Okay, let's. I'm going to read this slowly, and because I have a habit of going very fast, but I'm going to slow it down because I think it's very important. Iran fired missiles at 5 countries simultaneously overnight. Here is what actually happened to each of them. Bahrain. Confirmed hit on the U.S. Navy 5th Fleet headquarters. Bahrain's own state news agency reported the strike. No casualty figures released yet. This is the command center for every American naval operation in the Persian Gulf that was struck. The UAE, multiple missiles intercepted by the Emirati air defenses. 1 civilian was killed in Abu Dhabi from falling debris. The UAE Defense Ministry confirmed the intercepts. The Emirates just absorbed an act of war on its sovereign territory from a country it shares a maritime border with. Qatar, missiles intercepted, 0 damage. The Qatari Interior Ministry confirmed. The same country Iran just attacked is the country that hosted the Al-Udeid for 20 years as a gesture of regional balance. That balance ended this morning. Kuwait, Kuna State News Agency confirmed missiles were dealt with in Kuwaiti airspace. No reported damage. Kuwait, which stayed neutral through every Gulf crisis since 1991, just had Iranian ballistic missiles flying over its cities. Jordan, 2 Iranian ballistic missiles shot down by Jordanian military, confirmed by the Jordanian armed forces directly. Jordan intercepted Iranian missiles in June of 2025 as well. That was in defense of Israel. This time, Iran targeted Jordan itself. Saudi Arabia, Fars News claims strikes. No confirmation from the Saudi source. No Tier 1 or Tier 2 verification. Either it did not happen, or the capital has not yet been ready to say that it did. Both possibilities carry enormous implications. Now understand what Iran just accomplished strategically. In attempting to retaliate against Israel and America, the IRGC fired missiles at 6 sovereign nations in a single morning. Not one of those nations attacked Iran. Bahrain did not bomb Iran. The UAE did not launch missile strikes on Iran. Qatar hosted diplomatic back channels. Kuwait maintained neutrality for 3 decades. Jordan was mediating. Iran just converted every neutral and semi-neutral state in the Gulf into a potential co-belligerent. Every nation whose airspace was violated, whose civilians were injured or killed, whose sovereignty was breached, now has legal and political justification to join whatever coalition comes next. And the damage tells the real story. 1 civilian was dead from debris. Intercepts across 4 countries. No confined destruction of any of the military assets except for what I just said, the naval command. Although no reported American casualties have been reported yet, I just want you to know that through verified sources, American troops have been sent over there, more of them. They left within the last 48 to 72 hours. Iran fired at the entire Gulf, and the Gulf caught almost everything. Compare this to what Israel did to Tehran this morning. Precision strikes on the IRGC intelligence dictatorate. Explosions near the Supreme Leader's office. 3 detonations in central Tehran, confirmed by Iranian state media itself. This is the asymmetry that will define the next 72 hours. Iran demonstrated intent to strike everywhere and capability to hit almost nothing. The Gulf states demonstrated that they can defend themselves, and now those states must decide whether the country that has just fired ballistic missiles across their borders gets to do it again. I don't think they'll let it happen again. Watch for a joint statement. Watch for airspace coordination between Riyadh, Abu Dhabi, Manama, and Kuwait City. Watch for the coalition that Iran just built against itself from a single attack. Iran did not retaliate against Israel this morning. Iran gave every country in the Middle East reason to retaliate against them, though. And now with the death of the Khomeini, we're going to have to see what happens. Are they going to come to the negotiation table? Who is going to go into control? Because this is what happened. Trying to figure out a way to say this. When there is a government in place that the superpowers of the world don't like, don't agree with, or if that person is gone rogue, they're eliminated. We saw this with Gaddafi. We saw this with Hussein. We've seen it in Venezuela. And we've seen it in other countries where the United States has gone in and taken out a regime. So now we wait and we see what happens. I do know that the people of Iran have been wanting the Ayatollah to be taken out of control for a very long time. The woman that I had talked about earlier, and I'm going to pull up a video that she put out. Her name, again, is Goldie Gamari. She does a live show every day at noon. Let me pull this up. Hold on just a minute. She put this video out. Hold on a second. She put this video out. When was this? I think it was yesterday. Yesterday or earlier today. I'll remove that one. Okay, and let's put up her video. And again, this Goldie she lives in Iran, and she has a message for Israel and the United States, actually.
With a message for everyone in Israel and the idea. Thank you for not forgetting about the historic friendship that we Iranians and Israelis have had for thousands of years, going back to Cyrus the Great. Thank you for helping to liberate us. Thank you. Thank you for staying in your bomb shelters and risking your lives and safety. We can't wait to welcome you back to Iran with open arms. And together we will dance again in the streets of Tehran. Thank you so much. Shabbat Shalom and Am Yisrael Chai. Iranian.
Okay, so that was her message. Like I said, they've wanted this regime to be taken out for a very long time. We just now have to wait to see what's going to happen after that. Again, breaking news, the body of the Ayatollah Ali Khamenei has been found, and he is confirmed dead according to Reuters. We're going to have to see what happens in the next few hours. I find it ironic, and I don't mean to put any significance on the celestial event that's happening right now, but there is a planetary alignment that's taking place today. And if in ancient times they firmly believed in beliefs about the planetary alignments having some sort of significance, they're viewed as a spiritual, significant, energetic, and transformative event. And they believe that they interpret it as the alignments were a catalyst for personal change, for collective shifts in consciousness, and moments of high cosmic influence. Although they do lack scientific backing, according to that. But I mean, you have to ask yourself. I mean, we don't, as Christians, we don't believe in that stuff. But okay, but it's not up to us that need to believe it. It's the powers that be, and we know that they believe these things. They believe that there's significance in numbers and in events and in interpretation of planetary and spiritual elements. So I thought that was kind of interesting when it comes to what was going on. The planets that are visible, right, well, you'll be able to see them tonight, actually, are 6 planets. They are Mercury, Venus, Saturn, Jupiter, Uranus, and Neptune. And they're going to be aligned in the western sky shortly after sunset. Some of the planets will be able to see with the naked eye, but then others you'll have to use binoculars or a telescope to see them. But they will be there. Best time to see them are approximately 30 minutes to an hour after sunset. It's going to, let's see, five planets will be aligning in December of this year, but this is the first 6th planet, and I believe that next one will be in like 2040, something like that, 2040 something. So I just find it interesting that knowing their belief system and how they do things according to the numbers and everything, it's interesting that they chose today of all days to do this. So, all right, that's all I got, really. I do want to just say that our thoughts and our prayers go out to all the military families and our soldiers that are over there in the theater right now. We want to pray for their protection. I happen to know a very close friend of mine has somebody who was just sent over there. That's how I knew that within the last 48 to 72 hours that troops were deployed over there, was through this friend of mine. So I want to just offer our thoughts and our prayers for the families. I know it's very unnerving to have a loved one in a working theater. So I just want to say, keep them in your thoughts and your prayers. Also for the people of Iran, there are good people over there. There are Christians over there. There are those that don't align with the terrorist mindset. We have to remember that they're not just collateral damage; they're actual souls, and they deserve to have respect, and they deserve to not be treated as collateral damage. So, all right, guys, we'll be back tomorrow night unless something happens. If something happens, I'll be back. But unless we don't, we'll see you at our regular time tomorrow night. All right. Until next time, remember, guys, eyes open, no fear.